I was bad in high school. You know, I used to do coffee houses and sneak out and go down to the Village when I was in high school.
So your album, your debut album, The Fame, has been compared to a lot of, I think a lot of music in like the disco days. Even you've compared it to that, sort of like that fun, like carefree, like free spirit attitude. What's your reaction to that?
I think that that's great. You know, it's not really rocket science. You know, the music is intended to inspire people to feel a certain way about themselves, be able to encompass in their own lives a sense of inner fame that they can project to the world.
Right.
And I think that the carefree nature of the album is a reflection of that aura.
Do you feel like that kind of spirit is sort of like lost on pop music these days?
Excuse me 1 second. Could you guys just try and always just keep your knees facing this way so you're not getting too much profile?
I will put my knees this way.
You got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you feel like that kind of like free spirit, like carefree nature is kind of lost on pop music these days?
I wouldn't say that it's lost. I think more what's been lost in pop music these days is the combination of the visual and the imagery of the artist along with the music, and both being as important. So even though the carefree nature is something that people are latching onto right away about my stuff, I'm hoping that they will take notice of the interactive multimedia nature of what I'm trying to do.
How did you achieve that in your video for Just Dance?
Well, in Just Dance, you know, there's the performance aspect of it. Pop performance art.
Right.
You know, a lot of the things that I like to do in the theatrics I like to incorporate into the choreography. But also, you know, it's a party, it's a lifestyle, and it's all about making the lifestyle the forefront of the music.
Yeah, I mean, I love your video. I mean, it's one of those videos you sort of like watch it and you like want to be there.
Yeah, right,
And I'm like, I totally want to be
it.
partying in this video. And I don't know, I saw Akon in it. For instance, how did you get hooked up with Convict music?
Well, Convict, I didn't initially get signed to Convict Music. I was signed to Interscope Records. Jimmy signed me, Vincent Herbert to Streamline Interscope.
Right.
And then I got hired to work as a writer on a project for Tammy Chin, Akon's artist.
Right.
So I met Akon through that project, and he was just like, I love your stuff, I think you're crazy, I love your writing style. And we started to do some stuff together with Red One, and then The Fame was born.
And then Colby also came into it from that as well. He's a Convict artist.
Yeah, Colby, I've actually known for a long time. I knew him before What You Got came out.
Right.
And he just has an incredible voice, and sonically, I just loved the way he sounded on the record. So.
Yeah. Tell me about some of the other tracks on the record that, you know, are ones that you really would like to stick out and have fans appreciate.
I would say Paparazzi is like a real favorite of mine.
Right.
The record's not really about wooing the press as much as that's sort of the campy, you know, overtone. It's really about the struggle between love and fame, and can you have both? And it's something you know, is personal in my life. And also the song Brown Eyes. It's probably the most vulnerable record. It's a real tribute to Queen, Bowie, very theatrical. I love it, every minute of it.
So, I mean, you talk about, you know, like we talked about the disco days, and you're talking about Queen and Bowie. I mean, I'm guessing you weren't alive in the 70s,
no.
Right? So what made you love the 70s so much? I mean, what brought you to that sort of influence?
What's so interesting, like I get asked that a lot, and I really kind of arrived upon it. I didn't really make a decision to try to be like any one kind of artist. I just started making music. I was really into theater, really into pop music, and really into composing. So I just one day said, let's put it all together. And once you mix pop and theatrics, you know, it comes out a bit disco and a bit 70s.
Absolutely.
And then I fell in love with Bowie, and my life was over.
Exactly. And I mean, I definitely think that your video for Just Dance totally exemplifies that
Thank you.
attitude. And what are your plans for future videos?
Future videos, I'm really excited. The House of Gaga, which is the team of people that I've put together, I really pride myself in being able to find the most talented artists of the future.
Right.
And for the next video, we're going to be coming up with new technical devices, very futuristic, never been seen before, art direction. It's going to be a real performance art video.
So I mean, performance art is obviously, you know, something that you've mastered and something that, you know, everyone really appreciates when they watch your videos and hear your music. What, you know, other topics do you? I mean, obviously, like, you know, like I said, like when I watch your video, I mean, I like want to be there and I want to be like a part of like that crazy party that looks like a blast. What other topics are you hoping to sort of cover in your lyrics?
In my lyrics, well, the album is a concept record, so this idea of the fame is through and through, but it is through and through in a couple different ways. It's in there as somebody who, if you have nothing, you know, whether you've got no money, no fame, you know, you can still feel beautiful, dirty, rich, right? Because it's about making choices, about being passionate and having references, things that you pull in your life that you believe in. But it's also about you know, self-discovery and being creative. The record is slightly focused, but it's also eclectic.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, where, you know, no matter what your sort of like social status and you know, what you wear and what you do, I mean, you can achieve like sort of the fame, and that's sort of what you're talking about. And I know like your sort of catchphrase, what I've heard a bunch of times, like you're changing the world one sequin at a time.
Yeah.
What effect
that like plagues me forever. The one thing I said.
I understand that. No, but I mean, I think it's like a really interesting sort of thing to pair with your music and your videos, and I don't know. I'm sort of wondering like, what effect does fashion have on your music and on your conceptualizing your sound?
It's everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely everything. When I'm writing music, I'm thinking about the clothes I'm gonna wear, or if I see a jacket that looks like this, I think about the kind of song I would write.
By the way.
Thank you, it's Margella.
Really incredible.
Thank you. It's all about everything all together. Performance art, pop performance art, for me, is everything coming all together and being a real story that will bring back the super fan.
Right.
Because I think we lost it. I don't, you know, you remember like NSYNC and Britney and all of them being in Times Square, you couldn't even get in.
Absolutely.
You couldn't get near TRL.
Right.
And it doesn't happen anymore. And I think it's because, and not to compare myself to them, because we're a very different focal point of pop music, but I want to bring that back. I want the imagery to be so strong that the fans want to eat and taste and lick every part of us. Just go in.
So you think achieving that is about like the imagery and about sort of like time, like you said, like the music to the image.
Oh, totally. Like, you know, just coming up with things that have contrast, things that are interesting. I want to funnel a pop, you know, I want to funnel an interesting idea to the world through a pop lens.
Who are some of your favorite fashion designers or fashion houses?
Right now I'm super into Margella. I can't even breathe.
That's what this is.
Yes, and Versace, huge, you know, the Italians in general. I'm an Italian girl from New York, so I have a certain affinity for that style.